In your answer, we were talking about consumer financial protection, possible middle ground.
Thank you. No, I'm not going to negotiate. And I think an independent agency is the middle ground. The substance is what are the rules that it applies. I don't think whether or not there's an agency. Well, here's the problem. Banking regulators today do consumer protection as a second thought. You just heard John Dugan, one of the most important bank regulators, say, oh, you know what we should have done? We should have been regulating all of the mortgages, not just those from banks. Well, I have to say the question to the bank regulators is, why weren't they? We in Congress, many of us were asking them to. They weren't doing it until, as I said, the Democrats took control in the House, passed a bill to do it, and then they started to move. And the paradox is this. Many of my Republican colleagues and some others have been beating their chests about how they're going to take apart the Fed. They're going to cut back the Federal Reserve. The single biggest consumer regulator today is the Federal Reserve. If you look at federal laws today, the agency that has by far the most power assigned to it to protect consumers is the Federal Reserve, and they don't do it very well. Alan Greenspan didn't begin even doing it at all. Bernanke's been somewhat better, but the paradox to me is that my conservative friends who talk about how they're going to get the Fed are vehemently defending leaving the Federal Reserve as the single most powerful consumer regulator, and that's not an appropriate function for the Federal Reserve.